Hello everyone, and welcome. I'm VelvettB, and thanks for joining me today on this gorgeous speed build. And this is what we are going to be building today. So this is Cacti Casa, and it is in Oasis Springs. So this build is a very special build. It was part of the Oasis Springs Summer Collab that I got to participate in with a whole lot of extremely talented simmers. And we were redoing Oasis Springs basically, so it's sort of more of a modern retro vibe for the area that I was in. So I created I guess a modern retro kind of home was kind of the idea. So it's kind of like your 1950s kind of, yeah, modern-ish style, that sort of style-ish home. So so that's what I was going for. So this is actually quite a good sized lot, and this is the lot that that the roomies live on. So this is the an NPC family. So this is well, not family exactly, they're roomies, but yeah, an NPC group of Sims who live on this lot. So the roomie family. Now, funny story. So when I started building this lot, I did not realize that this had the roomies living on this lot. So I kind of just sort of started building this just with the, because we did have some guidelines and some ideas of how to approach the build and what sort of style and stuff to build it in. So I found this inspiration and it sort of, fit the bill perfectly. So I was like off and away, got that started, got the outside done. And then there was a sort of a break between the outside, building the outside here, and then getting to the interior, which was fortunate because between that break, I found out that the roomie family was living on the lot. And I was just like, oh, well, I have to build this for the roomie family because they live on this lot. Unfortunately, in my head, I confused the roomie family with the BFFs who live in Willow Creek. So in my head, I had Summer Holiday, what's her name? Liberty Lee, and is it Travis Scott? I think those are the three BFFs, right? So I kind of had it in my head that those were the characters that were living in this house. So I kind of did like the interior of the house, and then I was like, I think I better check that I've got the right people. And then I realized I did not, in fact, have the right people. So, yeah, good times. So then I had to, and you'll see this towards the end of the build as I'm doing the interior, I kind of had to add on to the build. So there will be in the final version of this build an extra level because I only made it a 3-bedroom house instead of a 4-bedroom. So yeah, this build was a bit of a journey. It was very cool though. I really enjoyed building it. It actually was a longer build, so this is a longer speed build because it was a longer build. It took me quite a while to do. I mean, I do like to put in a good effort when it is a collaboration because it's not just me, it's everybody else. Not that I don't always put an effort in anyway, but you go that kind of extra mile when other people are kind of involved in something that you're doing. Well, that's what I do anyway. So one of the things that we were thinking about with this collaboration is obviously that deserty vibe. So we're in Oasis Springs, obviously, because it's an Oasis Springs collaboration. And yeah, so it's all about sort of the deserty colors and capturing that deserty vibe. So that was something that I was very conscious of as I was creating this build and putting it together. So at the moment I am building like a little waterfall area. So it's kind of like a stony rocky area in the corner, and it's going to have like the flowing waterfall coming down into the pool. It's a little bit of fluffing around with the rocks and that sort of thing. But that's the rocks that come with the Riviera Retreat kit, which came out not long before I built this. So I built this before the Love Struck pack came out. So there won't be any sort of the Love Struck stuff in this. But yeah, the Riviera Retreat and the Cozy Bistro packs had come out when I when I built this, like just. So I was so excited about getting to do like these waterfall rocks and, you know, just create that coming down into the pool. I thought that would be really stylish and cool. And the amazing Mama Dupree, she actually did a makeover of the Roomy family that will be moving in here for this collaboration, because we've got all of the Sims going in the houses as well as the houses. So it's a really cool collab. And you can find that all under in the gallery under the hashtag Oasis Springs Summer Collab, I believe. I will double check that and put that up on the description below. So hopefully I have got that right, but I think, yeah, I think I have that right, but I will I will double check and put it in the thing for you guys. Yeah, so hashtag Oasis Springs Summer, hashtag Oasis Springs Summer Collab. So any of those will do the trick nicely. If you want to look them up on the gallery, and you should be able to find them. But you can find my my part of the collaboration on my gallery, which is VelvettB, if you aren't interested in that. So I'm getting the pool done. So because Riviera Retreat, I'm using all the Riviera Retreat stuff. So we're doing like the wallpapers and the flooring in the pool, you know, all that sort of thing, using the Riviera Retreat lounge chairs. I mean, these guys are pretty lucky. But yeah, Mama Dupree, I will I'll put her gallery information in the description below for you as well. But it is Mama Dupree. On the gallery as well. So yeah, she made this amazing Roomy family to go into this house, and they looked so good in the house. I loved how they looked in the house, and I did actually end up, because I'd sort of done the decoration and then realized who the Roomy family was. Duh. You know, you would think I would look that up beforehand, but I was just absolutely convinced that that's who it was. And then it wasn't until later that I sort of like, it clicked in my head that it wasn't. And I was like, oh no. So I actually end up building the rooms and then decorating the rooms and then tweaking the rooms a little bit in terms of colors and stuff so that they matched the makeover characters that went in there. So I did actually go back and fix a couple of the rooms just to tweak them. Like one of the rooms was absolutely perfect as was, but a couple of the rooms just needed like a little swatch change and that sort of thing. So you'll see this, the interior will evolve quite a bit as we go along, because it's just one of those things where I just couldn't quite make up my mind. This is just me creating like a little balcony area out the back. I'm not really sure why I did that, but yeah, I felt that it needed it, so I just wanted to do like a little private balcony out the back of there. So in the interior, I don't actually keep this wood. This was just sort of like a neutral, let me think about it as I sort of start to decorate and get the vibe, you know, for the place that I want, because I was thinking very much the modern retro sort of vibe when I was doing the decorating. So I was thinking about sort of the colors of that and some of the furniture and stuff that I used, but also keeping it true to the characters as well, although, you know, obviously I had to tweak that a little bit because not fully aware of who I was building for at this point, because I'm a ding-dong. So anyway, so I'm sort of thinking browns and blues is kind of the vibe I'm going for. So this, yeah, as I said, this will evolve as we go through it, and I tried to choose items that I felt, I mean, obviously you're still going to have your clutter and bits and pieces, which are going to be your modern items because we live in a modern world. But I wanted to choose, like, you know, a little bit more of a retro vibe furnishings where I could, and yeah, just bring that vibe to the build. And I think I did that, but it, you know, it still has like modern bits and pieces here and there because they are a fairly young family. Oh, I say family, they're not family, but they're roomies, but you know, the youngish Sims. So they are going to be, yeah, part of the world. And just because the house isn't, you know, modern retro doesn't mean like they are, you know, it's just like this is the house they live in. But I think that as far as the colors and stuff I chose, I was really happy with how deserty they were. I think I just sort of like changed some of the colors on the outside at one point, because I think because I remember I was tweaking it I was just kind of looking at it. I was thinking, you know what, this just kind of, it's a little bit too blendy, and I needed to have some contrast points. So I think I did actually end up changing the exterior, oh, probably more than once, just to try and capture the look that I wanted. And I think I got there in the end. So we'll see that in the pictures at the end, how that sort of came together. But yeah, I did tweak it a few times on the outside just because it needed a contrast point and something just to make it stand out a little bit. And you can see I was sort of playing around with these shelves for a while, but just kind of put something together. They're sort of the growing together shelves, and then it's either Island Living or Spa Day counters. I can't remember which one. This dining room drove me a little bit batty because this dining room actually has a sunroof roof on it, so it's a clear sunroof, and I wanted to, like, you know, at least do something decent with the dining room. So I ended up putting that angled wall into that room and behind it, and that just opened up that room, so it sort of flowed through, the dining room flows through really nicely from the kitchen. So that worked a lot better because it was kind of closed off the way I had it. So by putting that angle there, it just opened up and just gave that a whole lot more flow into the dining area, which I thought was a good idea, because you know, this is going to be a little hub area for the household. So you know, I thought that was going to be good. And I made my own little hutch thing as well, which I liked, you know, with like little different plates and stuff, and there was like a bar area and stuff. So you know, because they, as I said, they're young Sims, so they're gonna maybe want to party, have a few friends over, have a few drinks, that sort of thing. So I think shortly I'm going to start evolving, because it was when I started putting curtains in that I started to really, I guess it sort of started to tick over in my brain which colors I wanted on the wall. So this will start to evolve probably very shortly, as I get the kitchen in. So I'm just using I'm pretty sure it's Spa Day. Hang on, I'm just trying to catch it on here. Yeah, it's Spa Day. So I'm using the Spa Day counters, and that is Parenthood fridge, I think, with that. Yeah. And I'm not too sure which seats I use, but I use like the Dream Home Decorator oven with the hob on top for this. And I realized that the microwaves actually fit in that little hole, but I haven't actually tested that to make sure that that works. But that's a cool idea, right? Like having a little section for the microwave. I just never noticed that it actually fit in there before. I don't think I keep that. Because I did end up putting like a washer dryer in that area, and then I put a whole laundry in later, and I kept the washer dryer in the kitchen. I was like, oh, doesn't matter if they have to, because I initially didn't have space for a laundry, but then I added like that extra level, so we've got like the third floor. And in the third floor, I ended up having space for the laundry after I put that in. So I was like, oh, well, I'm going to add a proper laundry in. So I did that, and then, yeah, I just kept it in the kitchen because it just worked. So you can sort of see I'm starting to evolve the build a little bit more. So I'm going with a really dark brown, and I'm pretty sure this is the Spa Day dark brown, because it's like, it's quite a, I don't know, it's quite an interesting brown. Like, it's not a brown that I always use, because it's not my favorite shade of brown, but it just kind of worked with this house, just like that retro. It's kind of, yeah, it's kind of retro-y, I guess. I don't know what it is about it, but there was just something about it that just kind of worked with the colors and stuff that I was doing on the interior, so bringing the blue together. And then I started using this blue brick in a few places. I don't know if I kept that, because I think I could just kind of evolve that out, because things sort of changed, because I was using that in like some of the bathrooms as well, that blue brick, and then I don't know, I just evolved it. So yeah, it just kind of didn't stay there, I think. I don't know, I can't remember, but yeah, some of the I definitely changed all of the bathrooms and went with more of the tile rather than the brick. So yeah, I did use sort of bricks and stones in a few places, and then it just sort of, yeah, changed over time as the build went on, as these things do. So this is the ensuite / downstairs shared bathroom. So this is attached to one of the Sims bedrooms. So it's got a couple of doors going in there, so ensuite door, and then like out of bedroom access as well. So this is the only downstairs bedroom. So this is for one of the guys, and I would like to say I remember his name, but I don't. It's one of the roomies. Oh my gosh. Honestly, I don't remember any of the roomies' names, so, you know, that's good. Ah, Velvet. So yes, so this is a masculine room. So this is the room that I actually didn't change anything on because it absolutely suited the character as was. Like he has sort of like a brown aesthetic. He's it's kind of like, you know, sort of kind of sporty-ish. So like I had sort of like a gym kind of area in here, and yeah, it just kind of ended up looking and suiting the character as it was. So I didn't really need to change anything in this room, which was really cool. So using the industrial loft kit, blah blah blah, dresser, and I think there's the patio stuff pack counters as well. I'm just doing a custom mirror thing, so this is just with a couple of base game debug items. It's like shrinking down a fence and a couple of pillars. Don't ask. It's just something that I created a little while ago, and I actually do it. It does suit like rooms like this. And I was just trying something out with the shoe rack, and I've tried it before, and I keep on hoping that it's gonna work, but it just doesn't. I don't know why I keep trying it. I'm one of those fools, I guess, just one of those fools. So yeah, so adding lots of like masculine clutter and bits and pieces for this guy, because I thought, you know, masculine room. I was kind of initially kind of building this for Travis Scott. It's what I had in my mind, but it was not for Travis Scott, so yeah. But it ended up working for this other guy anyhow, so it was fine. So just creating like a little gym area, so a little sporty workout area. It's, you know, it's quite a little cool self-contained unit. I was initially going to do like a poster in that frame. There is a debug frame in Get Famous that you can use to put like posters and stuff in. So this is what I was kind of aiming to do. And then I found the picture that a sporty picture that I wanted, and it was already framed, so I didn't end up needing it, which is cool. But this is the bedroom down here done. So I ended up doing a little bit of tweaking out here, just using a different swatch from the Spa Day pack and just creating like a little breakfast nook area. And this is me putting the laundry stuff just in here, and you can see the microwave is now yoinked out of there. So this is heading upstairs, so we're now on the second level. So this is the first of the 2 bathrooms on the second level. So there's a 1 bathroom, 1 bedroom on the bottom level, and 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms on the second level. And then when we get up to the 3rd level, there is a bathroom, a bedroom, and a laundry. Yes, bedroom, bathroom, laundry upstairs. So this initially was yellow. So I was kind of thinking summer holiday, yellow and blue. So that was kind of where, as far as the aesthetic goes, what I was doing with this. This is the second bathroom. So this is a little 2x2 bathroom. So it is quite small. So I'm just doing one of the Invisi kind of showers, you know, that you can sort of squeeze past, super easy. Because there's not a lot of room in this bathroom, but it's roomy enough. And it is fully functional, so I have play tested it, and it's all good. So this was the Liberty Lee bathroom. So I was doing this in blue for her. So yeah, you'll see this. When I change, or when I make the realization that it is the roomies and not the BFFs, like a dummy, you'll see that I'll go in and I'll change the colors of the rooms to suit the characters that are going in there. You know what? I should look up who the roomies are, because I really do not remember, and it would be good if I remembered, right? So I'm going to look that up while we're building this bedroom. So this was initially going to be for Liberty Lee. So I was thinking blues and browns was kind of the vibe I was going for. It actually ended up looking so much better. Like, I really liked it as it is, if that makes sense. But when I change it over, you'll see what happens when I change the household over to suit the colors. It looks good. So okay, here we go. So the downstairs bedroom was for, I think, Mitchell Kalani. So the Sims 4 household, the roomies household, is Zoe Patel. So she's going to have the bedroom that I initially built for summer holiday. So that's going to change colour. And I changed the colors to suit the characters in their new look that Mama Dupree created. So I was thinking about that and how that sort of worked. So you can see I'm going really heavy on the Modern Luxe kit in here. And it worked. I think it was, you know, really modern and luxe. But I didn't, you know, go too deluxe on it. But I think it sort of, you know, can have that little retro touch to it as well, which is really cool. So this will be the room for Gavin Richards, I believe. Yes. So I'm pretty sure this is Gavin Richards' room. The downstairs bedroom will be Mitchell Kalani. The upstairs bedroom, which isn't currently created, is going to be for Jay Huntington III, and then Zoe will have the other level two bedroom. So yeah, that's who the characters are, and I'm hoping in the tour that I have shown you the pictures of these guys in the bedroom. Pretty sure I must have, but fingers crossed that I actually did that. So I'm just getting like lots of clutter in here. I will change this a smidge for Gavin, just to make it a little bit more Gavin. But yeah, I think essentially I keep most of the stuff in there. I just tweak it a little bit. So this is the yellow and blue bedroom. So as I said, this is what I initially created for summer holiday. But this is going to change to Zoe Patel. And yeah, so in the makeover that we got with Zoe, she was more into pink. So I do change this to more of a pink bedroom, and it looks really good. Really good when I change it over. So it was all for the better. Like, it made the house look even better than what it was initially. So I'm excited to see you guys, I'm excited for you guys to see how this kind of evolves as I as I get the right people in it. Anyway. Sometimes I amaze myself with what a ding dong I'm like, you know, I don't consider myself a stupid person, but sometimes I just do stupid things. You know how it is. You know, you just have these moments and you just like, you get stuck thinking that this is the right thing, and then it's not until later and you realize, you know, what have I done? This is really not the right thing. This is completely the wrong family in here. Anyway. So just using like a few little different things, and I did actually think about summer holiday, and I thought, you know, maybe that she was a cheerleader in high school, and so I put that together, and then I thought, well, when we saw Zoe, and it kind of fit for her as well with the whole cheerleader thing, so it kind of ended up working quite nicely, having that one kind of girly cheerleader bedroom. So it was meant to be. It was just like the whole journey of the build and how it came together. It was just like quite entertaining for this, and the way I did it. Normally I probably would have known who I was building it for, but I had it stuck in my head that it was the BFFs and not the roomies. So just one of those silly things in my brain. A lot going on, and sometimes you just make an assumption and you run with it. But it turned out well. I'm happy. So I'm just doing like a little custom area for the room, as far as making, like, you know how you can make all sorts of connected things with Dream Home Decorator. So that's kind of what I was doing there, just adding a few more bits and pieces into the room. I feel like the rooms are all kind of each self-contained, which is cool, because if you're roomies, that makes sense, because, you know, you kind of want to have your alone time as well. You don't always want to be spending time with your roommates. So having your own sort of self-contained room makes, a lot of sense to me. So just finishing off the little bit of clutter in there. Changing over the lights, obviously. And then just got a couple of areas out here. So I ended up having like enough space to create like a little mini study area in the little stairwell going up. So yeah. So I just made a little study area, which is nice, like a little home office for one of them. I don't know which one of them. Maybe Jay Huntington? Nah, I feel like Gavin would be more of the home office kind of person. So, yeah. I can see that. He's sort of the intellectual of the group, right? So, yeah. And then I did create this like little area here, but this does end up changing because I put the stairs up to the next level there. So those chairs kind of get yoinked. There is like another chair and there is seating in that area, but there are stairs. So that ends up changing. So this is the area that I added on. So this is the add-on area up the top. and I'm still going to add to this as we go. So this is the little square there was initially going to be the bathroom, and then I decided I was going to put a laundry a laundry in, and then I extended the side of the bedroom on the top floor, which then turned into the bathroom, and then I did the laundry where the bathroom was. Does that make any sense? That's a little confusing. So now I'm currently working on the colors. So this is where I have now realized who the roomies are, and I'm just doing a quick color change throughout. So this is the Gavin Richards room. So he had a green vibe going on with him with his makeover. So I am going green, and I ended up absolutely loving how the green looked. It was just stunning. So I loved the green and the light colors. It just looked really nice. So just making that change now. Jeez Louise, went through a few different wallpapers, but I got there in the end. But I think the lighter color looked really nice and really worked, and it looked really good for the character. So I was super happy with that. And as I said, I did change like a couple of things around in the room. So I gave him a desk. I think that sort of suited his personality. So he had his own little office space, as well as his working office space over there as well, upstairs. And with that green rug, it all just pulled it together. And then this is Zoe's room. So just changing that over to pink, which wasn't too much of a task. Like, I don't think I ended up switching too much around in here. It was just mainly color changes. Yeah, no, I don't think, other than the painting on the wall, I think everything else basically stayed the same. So that was quite cool. And then it was just like a pretty simple change in the bathroom to change that over to make it all sort of a Zoe-esque as well. So then that takes us upstairs to the last bedroom, which is going to be the bedroom for Jay Huntington III. So this is the 4th bedroom in the build. And so it's going to be 4 bedrooms, 4 bathrooms, plus a laundry. Separate study, which is good. You know, these guys have got a fairly good space. So the colours for Jay Huntington were more blue and red. So that was kind of the idea of what I had in my head. And I decided to go with what's a slightly more coral red in the Dream Home Decorator pack. So I went with that sort of, it's quite a bright, oh no, I changed it, that's right. Went with a brighter red. So this sort of the stunning bright red, and I just sort of worked through a few different things and how that would sort of pull together. But again, sort of sporty working out kind of guy, so did his only little home gym area, and yeah, just kept it pretty simple as far as the bits and pieces in his room. But I think it ended up coming together quite nicely, and I think having the 3rd floor worked quite nicely as well. It was nice to have like the extra bathroom and laundry space as well for these guys. So he ended up having like a I sort of gave him like trophies and stuff on the back wall. I changed this a little bit afterwards, but yeah, he's got like sort of trophies and stuff around on the back wall, because I kind of thought, you know, sporty and that sort of thing made sense for him. So he's a little bit like Mitchell, I think, who had the bottom floor room in the brown. Just sort of different colors, but yeah, definitely more of the sporty side rather than the intellectual side. But he's a little fancy man with his fancy sweater over his shoulders kind of guy, you know. So this is where I'm sort of creating this bathroom, and then I change it, because I kind of like did the bathroom, and then I was like decided I wanted to have like a big laundry, a separate laundry as well. So then ended up adding on to Jay Huntington's room. I can't believe I built the whole bathroom and then just redid it completely. That's about right. So yeah, getting it together though. So this is, I think I'm about to add on to, yeah, this is where I'm realizing that I want to have a laundry. Just about. There we go. So I'm extending the room. So just basically pulling the room out and bringing the room over. And it was sticking through the ceiling, so that's why I ended up changing that. So I'm just gonna like, yeah, do a long narrow kind of room running down the side, and then changing around the stairwell going up to the 3rd floor. And then this is going to be like kind of like a long, quite spacious bathroom, to be honest. He got a really good bathroom. And then I'm going to turn the little square bathroom that I've already done and turn it into a completely different laundry, because of course I did. I didn't completely 100% didn't need to do this, but I don't know, it just felt right and I did it. And it worked out really nicely. I think the shape of the house was better for it. And as I said, it was always nice to have like that space and for the bathroom and stuff. And I was able to do like a really cool bathroom with it, which was really neat. Using the ambient light TV there as well, which is cool. That's from the Party Essentials pack. And then I was like, nah, that looks ugly, and then deleted it. I don't know, I just like have an issue with the light. I don't know why. So this is me just moving everything over into the larger bathroom, and I'm using the Cool Kitchen counters there, if you're wondering what I'm using. And the little cabinet above there that I'm using in the bathroom, that's from Crystal Creations. Really cool little cabinet. So just finishing off the bathroom, so just deciding on the new bath that I want to use. And then just like created like a little section for that, separated it off, just, you know, just did something a little bit funky and different in the bathroom, which I sometimes like to do if I give myself space in bathrooms. It is quite fun just to do something a little different, and that sort of that darker red was working really nicely for me. So there was like a few different like accessories and bits and pieces that all worked in that darker red, so it was quite nice. Actually, I think that that little shelf that I used is from high school years, I think. So yeah, it was like a really nice match, which was quite handy. So cool little feature bathroom, which I really liked, and ended up like getting a trophy case in Jay Huntington's room, you know, because he's a little trophy hunter. Uh, and then this is me just turning this into the laundry quickly. So this is the last room I believe that we're going to do, and then we're going to head off and do a tour. So yeah, it was exciting, and it was a long build. It did take me a while and a little bit of changing here and there, but it was all for the better. And I think sometimes don't be afraid to make changes with builds, because, you know, it can be all for the better. So this is the exterior of the build as it ended up. So as I said, I sort of changed it up with putting some of the darker colors on the outside. So yeah, just changing it to the wood on the main column up through the middle. And I think still keeping with those deserty colors, but also keeping with that retro kind of vibe as well. So yeah, I think it all came together nicely. And there's like some really cool outdoor space. So there's four Sims living in this house. So you're going to want to have like a decent amount of entertainment space for these guys. And I think we managed to get that. There's like heaps of little areas where they can sit down, and they can have like a barbecue, they can have a pool party, you know, all sorts of things. So there should be, you know, plenty of space for these guys to have a really good time, I think. Have their friends over, you know, even if they want to have like a romantic moment, you know, there's little intimate spaces for that as well, which might be quite good with the Love Struck pack now that that's out. So moving inside, this is sort of the living room area. So the blues and the browns, that's the primary color palette that I use in this house, and then kind of made the bedrooms a little bit more personalized for each of the characters. Since I had such great makeover characters to work with, I would be silly not to take advantage of that. So this is the dining room, which I ended up really liking, and I love the kitchen as well, just like that dining room kitchen flow. Just, yeah, I think that worked for me, and I'm just sort of like, it felt like it would be quite a good socializing area. You've got that little couch over in the kitchen too. So this is Mitchell Kalani in his bedroom. Oh, I'm so glad I got those photos there. That was so cute. So that was him in his bedroom enjoying that. So that really suited his personality. So that's really cool. And I like, you know, the little sporty side of things. So that's the ensuite bathroom for his bedroom. So this is the downstairs bedroom. And then moving upstairs. So this is for Zoe Patel. So she had a little bit more of a pink vibe. And I kept her cheerleader history because I thought that would be cute. And I could totally see that. But look, she looks so good. And that pink, the change to the pink, it just like worked so nicely for that room, and then into the bathroom as well with the Riviera Retreat tile. I loved that. So it all worked really nicely, and like that sort of yellowy counter still worked really nice with that too. And then that's the cute little study. And then this is Gavin Richards' room. So you can see there, here's sort of the green and the yellow vibe. So I kept that for him, and he 100% suited that. He looked like he just fit in there so perfectly. So I was just like, yes, perfect. So I loved that. And I think the room looked better for it. And then this is his little ensuite here with the green, and I think that worked really nicely. And then heading upstairs, this is the big bathroom upstairs on the 3rd floor. So this is for Jay Huntington III, his bathroom. And you know what? I really like how this came together. So I'm glad I added it on. It was a good decision. Even though it was extra work, it was a good decision. So then this is the laundry area for his for the 3rd floor, and then this is Jay Huntington himself. So his sporty trophies, his team photo, his little sporty area, touches of red and blue because that was his sort of vibe and his color. And yeah, I absolutely loved how that came together. Thanks to Mama Dupree for the fabulous characters, and thanks to Kathy, who is running the collaboration, and to all my other collaborators in this collaboration. Thank you so much for being awesome. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye bye.